On a daily basis, White Memorial and its employees work to fulfill a mission of caring and compassion, a mission that follows Christ's example of serving those in need, patients, community members, and each other.
A very important aspect of our community outreach here at White Memorial, community services, is getting to know our pastors and meeting with them and discovering how they perceive the needs of the community and how we can effectively partner with them in meeting those needs. With the Spanish American Seventh-day Adventist Church, we've worked with them in their community outreach endeavors. We've partnered with the White Memorial Seventh-day Adventist Church with a very dynamic program that they have going on, an after-school tutoral program where many of our employees have children there.
Feels like I got me a mouthful of piano keys, she said.
I have two boys, and one is 7-year-old and 12-year-old.
I have one daughter, she's 10 years old. She started attending the tutoring program since about the beginning of the year.
Our purpose is for the kids to come here and start doing their homework. Also to help them because some of the parents don't speak the language, so they're not able to help their kids.
We started with one classroom, now we have 3 classrooms. When the word spread around that we have this program, parents came to us and asked us to make room, make opening. So now we have about 50 kids.
My 12-year-old is a little distracted most of the time, and he was getting a little lower grades at school. And since he's been coming to the program, I mean, he really improved a lot.
When the kids are not reading at the grade level and they're not doing math at the grade level, our tutors are very good and they're able to help them.
I've seen an improvement in her reading skills, especially. Somehow she was having problems there. And now she comes after tutoring, she comes home and she gets a book. On her free time, she likes to read stories.
That man had been his dad.
White Memorial has been very supportive.
That's it for 60.
You got a prize.
What?
I'm very happy with the program, especially with in regards with what he's doing to my child.
I love my job. I love touching people's lives and making them realize that they're important. The Parish Nurse Program is a program based on helping people with body, mind, and spirit needs, spiritual needs, visiting patients, listening to people's problems, guiding them. We do most of our work outside of the hospital, out in the community. We're there to be company to them and help them in any way that we can. Have you been coughing?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know what to say or what I'm going to do when I get there, and I ask God to guide me and to give me the strength and the knowledge to say what I'm supposed to say. I visit Mr. Koken about once a week, maybe twice a week. Such a joy, such a blessing to be able to visit these patients because they, I do so little for them, but it means so much to them.
Old friends, you know, I know you for years. Your family too.
They feel like family. Really, I love them. I love all of them. Some people think that they're not important, but with the visits, home visits, and sometimes praying or reading with them, they know that they're very important. It makes a difference in their life. It makes a big difference in their lives.
We view Sabbath as a day of sort of clearing our minds and clearing it of distractions that sort of help us to focus on spiritual things. Our relationship with God, our relationship with one another. We also view Sabbath as a day of healing, a day that is taken for rest, much needed rest for our bodies, for our souls, to rejuvenate our spirit. In an institution like this one, where there's bustling activity 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and not to mention that we're a very culturally diverse and religiously diverse institution, you know, how exactly do we get people to buy in or to embrace the Sabbath? If you were to come here to White Memorial during the Sabbath hours, Friday at sunset to Saturday at sunset, the first thing that you'd find is that you don't have to pay for the parking. And as you come in, you'll notice that there'd be a decrease in sort of the maintenance projects that we have going on. On Fridays, we have a special worship service that's open to all of our employees. It's open to all of the patients and patients' families that are here. On Friday afternoon, our employees, our ancillary departments, are encouraged to take off a little bit early. For the patients specifically, we have a special tray cart. It has a special prayer on it and a scripture verse perhaps.
You are very welcome from the bottom of my heart up to my soul.
We've recruited and trained church members from the local community, from the local churches, that come in and they minister to the patients in many different ways. We also have trained groups of volunteers that come in, sing for the patients, and they'll go up to all of the units and walk down the hallway singing Christian hymns. And occasionally they'll go inside of a room and sing specifically for a particular patient. The employees as well receive a great benefit from this, and it adds to the spiritual atmosphere that we're trying to create. And I think everyone that's here, whether they have to work or whether they come here to visit, is that they could truly say that Sabbath is a special day here at White Memorial.
For me, White Memorial is like an extended family. I just noticed that I have some lumps in my breast, and I was ignoring it for a little bit, but then I noticed that it doesn't go away. I was very concerned, so I made an appointment to my doctor. We did the mammogram and we did the biopsy, and it's very conclusive. It's malignant carcinoma of the breast. I was very shocked. My husband was very shocked, and we cannot accept it. But I have to do something about it. They say that they have to remove my whole breast. I was for maybe like 6 months. That was May, and September, my husband was diagnosed for bacterial infection in his brain. I went back to work part-time, even though I was still doing the chemo, because somebody has to work. My husband had brain surgery, and he lost everything. We didn't realize that his case is going to be this complicated. I thought it was just a simple surgery, and then he will be recovering back to the house, and that's it. And there was so much complications. We spent our Thanksgiving and our Christmas in the hospital, and I was in trouble. I was in great trouble financially. I don't want to borrow money from anybody. So I went to the human resources. They say that there is like a fund for employees. So the employees donated their paid leave. They donated more than 500 hours. I was surprised. I was very surprised, and I didn't realize people will do that to me. It will be 2 years in September, and everybody who knows about what happened to us are still talking and asking how is my husband doing. The nurses and the doctors, when they see me in the hallway, they always ask me, how's your husband? And because they know, everybody knows. And they still remember what happened to him and they care.